Listen to me. If you can hear my voice right now, it means something inside you is tired. Tired of being ruled by your own impulses. Tired of losing to your distractions. Tired of watching your potential rot in silence while your excuses speak louder than your will. You call it pleasure. You call it freedom. But what it really is a leash. And the more you pull, the tighter it wraps around your throat. Men have built empires and men have destroyed them. Not by swords, not by armies, but by their inability to command themselves. You think your enemy lives outside you, but your greatest adversary sleeps inside your own skin. You feed it every time you surrender to comfort. You feed it every time you choose the easy path, the soft escape, the temporary thrill that steals your strength and sells your respect. That is the true addiction, not to pleasure, but to powerlessness disguised as freedom. Let me tell you something Machiavelli would whisper into your ear if he stood beside you now. He who cannot rule himself will never rule anything. Power begins with command, not over nations, not over others, but over the storm that lives inside you. You want progress? You want respect? Then stop worshiping what weakens you. Every time you chase instant relief, you trade your future for a moment's silence. Every time you run from discomfort, you hand your destiny to the very habits that despise your potential. The world does not respect the undisciplined. They may laugh with you, but they will never follow you. They may smile at your charm, but they will never fear your presence. Self-command is the birth of power. Without it, you are a puppet, dancing to the strings of distraction, waiting for someone else to give you permission to rise. Right now, yes, now, I want you to pause. If you're still watching, you're not here by accident. Comment, "I rise" below, if you can feel your own will stirring, and subscribe, not for me, but to declare that your mind belongs to you again. Because the moment you commit to discipline, you declare war on everything that ever controlled you. Now listen closely. Lust is not about desire, it is about control. It seduces you with beauty, but it chains you with repetition. It makes you forget your mission, your edge, your hunger. It takes kings and makes them jesters in their own courts. It replaces clarity with noise. It replaces pride with dependence. And what's most tragic, convinces you that surrender is pleasure, that escape is reward, that the flood of weakness is some kind of freedom. No, freedom is command. Freedom is when you can feel the urge rise and still stand unmoved. Freedom is when you no longer chase, you choose. That is what Machiavelli meant when he wrote that men must either be commanded or destroyed. You must destroy the part of you that obeys every whisper of temptation, because that whisper doesn't want to please you, it wants to own you. Your dignity is not found in indulgence. It is found in restraint. Your respect is not earned by words. It is earned by the quiet power of control. The moment you say no to the easy path, you are reborn as a ruler, not of others, but of yourself. You see, addiction is not simply a chain. It's a thief. It robs you of presence. It robs you of focus. It robs you of the silent authority that true men carry. You start walking differently when you own your mind. Your silence becomes heavier. Your gaze becomes sharper. Your words begin to carry weight. People sense it, that you no longer need what they crave. And that is why they will respect you. Power is magnetism, and discipline is the core of that magnet. You cannot fake it. You cannot buy it. You either earn it or you don't have it. The world is filled with men who look strong but crumble when alone. They build muscles but lack will. They build status but live in secret weakness. They bow to their habits and call it normal. But you, if you choose mastery, become dangerous again. Not reckless, not violent, but dangerously controlled. You stop reacting, you start directing. You stop chasing, you start creating. You stop begging for respect. You command it with your presence. That's the Machiavellian secret no one tells you. Respect begins with fear of self-betrayal. When you fear disappointing your own standards more than you fear missing pleasure, you become untouchable. This isn't about denial. It's about direction. Channel the same fire that once controlled you and make it fuel. The same energy that once destroyed your focus can now forge your destiny. You think you need more motivation. You don't. You need self-command. Because discipline isn't punishment, it's power in disguise. Remember this, the moment you master control, you reclaim respect. First from yourself, then from the world. And that is where true confidence lives. The man who controls his mind walks like a god among the distracted. He does not boast. His silence does it for him. He does not seek approval. The world bends toward his certainty. That is the man you must become. That is the man this world still secretly craves to follow. You've seen it. The man who falls to his own impulses, chasing fleeting pleasure while his destiny slips further away. He doesn't need chains. He builds his own. Understand this truth. Every empire has fallen to indulgence long before enemies breached its walls. The enemy never needs to destroy you. He only needs to distract you. That's what lust does. It disguises itself as reward while quietly robbing your strength. It whispers promises of relief, but delivers only emptiness. A hunger that returns stronger, a thirst that never ends. And while you feed it, your purpose starves. Your vision fades. Your confidence, your command, dissolves in silence. But here's what Machiavelli would tell you. The man who cannot command his desire will serve the man who can. Because the one who rules himself rules everything he touches. You see, lust isn't about temptation, it's about control. It's not about what you crave. It's about whether you obey. Each time you give in to distraction, you teach your mind to kneel. Each time you resist, you train it to obey you. That's where true strength begins. Not in battlefields, not in boardrooms, but in the silent war between your will and your weakness. The moment you decide to command yourself, your respect begins to return. You start walking with weight again. People feel it, the discipline, the silence, the edge. They may not know why, but they sense the presence of someone who owns himself. And that presence is magnetic. It's power without noise. The man ruled by lust burns, his energy chasing what he'll never keep. The man who masters it channels it. He turns that hunger into fuel, to build, to rise, to conquer. Because the same fire that destroys you can forge you. Desire is not the enemy, disobedience is. Control doesn't mean suppression. It means transformation. You take the same energy that once scattered you and aim it at purpose, at growth, at power. You redirect it toward creation, not consumption. That's how great men rise, not by killing their desire, but by mastering it. Lust loses its grip the moment you stop running from it and start using it. Turn it into focus. Turn it into art. Turn it into progress. Every time you feel the pull, remind yourself, this is not weakness. This is raw power waiting to be directed. And when you master that, the respect you lost will come back multiplied. Because people respect the man who commands himself. They follow him, trust him, listen to him. Not because he's loud, but because his silence carries authority. He doesn't chase attention. Attention chases him. He doesn't crave validation. The world validates him through results. That is the secret Machiavelli understood. The disciplined man becomes dangerous, not because of violence, but because of restraint. A man who does not fall to lust becomes unreadable. He becomes calm, calculated, composed. And the world bends to such men, because they are no longer slaves to impulse, no longer distracted by noise. Your enemies can predict a man ruled by his desire. They cannot predict one ruled by discipline. So, how do you rise? You starve distraction. You feed purpose. You trade moments of pleasure for monuments of progress. You build a life that doesn't need escape. You become so focused, so immersed in your mission, that lust itself grows tired of chasing you. And when that happens, when desire no longer dictates your choices, you'll feel it. The quiet, thunderous peace of a man who has mastered himself. You'll wake with purpose. You'll walk with command. You'll speak less, but every word will carry weight. You'll look in the mirror and see not shame, but sovereignty. Because nothing commands more respect from others or from yourself than self-mastery. And when the world tempts you to lose focus again, you'll smile. Not with arrogance, but with clarity. You'll know that power is not in indulgence, but in choice. And you'll remember, every moment of control adds bricks to your empire. You don't need to fight lust, you need to outgrow it. You need to fill your life so fully with purpose that there's no room left for weakness. And once you do, your eyes will change, your voice will change, your presence will change. Because nothing radiates like a man who no longer kneels to his own mind. That's when people will start asking, "What happened to you?" And you'll say, "I stopped wasting myself." That's the moment you become untouchable. Not by power over others, but power over you. So if you feel that pull inside you, that tension between hunger and command, understand this. You are standing in the fire where greatness is forged. Stay there. Don't run. Don't collapse. Use it. Because the same energy that once weakened you will, under discipline, make you unstoppable. Comment, "I choose command." Because that's where it begins. And if you're serious about mastering yourself, subscribe now, not to escape who you are, but to evolve into who you were meant to be. Your rise begins in silence. Your respect begins in restraint. Your power begins the moment you stop obeying your weakness. The world doesn't need another man ruled by lust. It needs one who rules himself. Be that man. Be the one Machiavelli would have written about. Because when you master desire, you master destiny.